Hey guys, I'm back for some more Art of War 3, and today we'll actually be playing a 2v2 with Fatsquatch. Okay, so we'll do the usual, building the 3 barracks, 2 supply centers, and a power plant. And we can see that Fatsquatch is doing a similar build. Okay, so we do some good scouting with the gold scouting boost equipped, and we can see here that our opponent only has 1 supply center and 1 power plant. And I said scout point A because there was a container right there that blue didn't collect. So I was like, LOL, and then Fatsquatch also said take all, just in case the enemy could take one, because supplies have to be taken, they're a must. Okay, so green is doing a little bit better than blue with more supply centers and a better HQ level faster than blue. Although blue does have a delta out fast. Okay, so I was like, wow, easy win. But this is only because our opponents had 1 supply center, or a little bit more than that. Okay, so in this map, since there's a river across the entire map, technically all 4 players can go for the Navy build. But usually the player who goes for the Navy goes while the other one doesn't. So it's like a team coordination. Especially since going ground is really effective, as well as a naval attack, because as you can see in the mini map, the yellow player and the green player, they're pretty close to the Navy, and basically all the players are close to the Navy. But if the yellow or green player got attacked by the Navy, like ships or amphibians like the Delta, those players couldn't survive, because like they're pretty close and they can get hammered up easily. Okay, so blue had a head start, as you saw, as that delta, because deltas are slower than Caimans, right? But somehow Fatsquatch's Caiman didn't reach the container as fast as the enemy delta did. That is because the enemy's delta came out of a shipyard that was actually closer to those containers. Okay, so the Delta tried to scout me, but failed in doing so because of the sniper tower and 1 rifleman guarding that area. So he was not able to see my buildings I had. And I was going to scout both blue and green. Fatsquatch also said to patrol this area, so I will patrol that area just in case if there's a pending attack there. And right here, I was like, scout this point, because there's quite a lot of hammers and assaults at this point. So there's a large chance of an assault and hammer rush. Okay, so as my hawk passed by those points, I see that green has an assault, so I target my hawk on those assaults to get rid of them. Okay, low fuel, and my hawk returned to the base. Okay, so scout point A from Fatsquatch, and we can see that he's building grenadiers and he has some good defenses going on. Okay, so I'm now going for a 4th level of HQ so I can get more jaguars and hawks. And at this moment we can see there are a ton, and I mean a lot, of assaults and hammers. More infantry than vehicles. Okay, so I clearly underestimated them. Especially since they had less supply centers than we did. So my underestimation cost me to have less defenses there to defend my base. Okay, so I said SOS help me here, and I was like, LOL, just because that I really didn't expect this kind of attack. so I sent all I got at this attack to defend it. Okay, of course, my Hawk's machine gun and the missile splash, along with the sniper towers, are shredding the enemy infantry really good. And Fatsquatch comes in to assist my defense with some grenadiers to destroy the vehicles. Okay, so as blue is assaulting the front of my base, green pulls his hammers to the back and attacks my airfield, which is a really good move on him, because as my Hawks run out of fuel and return to dock at the airfield will be destroyed by these two hammers, and there will be no airfield to return to, and so I lose all of my Hawks. Okay, so as the last attack has been destroyed, I rebuild my airfield, just in time for that Hawk to redock. Although I did lose the rest of my Hawks. Okay, Fatsquatch said he wanted a scout right there, and I was like, I need some time because I have low fuel. Okay. So I built some more assault vehicle factories to start production of more jaguars. And with this Hawk as a scout right here, we see that there is no scouts or pending attack going on to Fatsquatch. And just for a precaution, Fatsquatch builds a gun tower over there. Okay, so it looks like he's producing chameleons, along with some grenadiers. Okay, while I go for some more jaguars, I also build up a few more Hawks. And we can see Fatsquatch has a ton of riflemen and grenadiers, along with a chameleon here. And I got 3 jaguars and a couple sniper towers. Okay, so chameleon Imba has been spotted. Alright, so Fatsquatch moves a little bit to the right. Okay, and there was actually a cyclone over there that was attacking my riflemen, and I had to destroy it with the Hawks. Okay, now Fatsquatch is organizing an attack, saying to move to that point on the right of the map. And I had to defend, destroy that delta, just in case the delta will come on land and scout either me or Fatsquatch. Okay, so chameleon activated. Me and Fatsquatch's troops start to head on to attack the enemy base. Okay, so fire assaults are anti-infantry, but keep in mind that riflemen are actually light infantry, but riflemen also are anti-infantry. So, since there were insane numbers of riflemen, those fire assaults were overpowered. Okay, so as the grenadiers are attacking the HQ, my jaguars pull forward, and I send them in a line of defense. A vertical line, because just in case Green might come with his troops to help defend his ally. And of course he does. And at this moment, I send in my Hawks as a reinforcement to take down some of the hammers. Okay, so I see that there's an anti-air tower still here, and I have to fall back and micro my Hawks individually. Okay, and in no time, Fatsquatch's infantry are back in the assault, and Blue's base has been completely demolished. And so I target my Hawks toward the power plant, maneuvering them to avoid anti-air as much as possible. I go in for a rerun, and I was able to destroy the power plant with my 4 Hawks. Okay, so as my Hawks go to redock, enemy Vertex has been spotted. Okay, this is a really good strategic move from Green, because as my Hawks redock, they have no fuel to engage the Vertex, and since they have no more airfield now, they leave the map because of having no fuel. Fatsquatch's naval platforms are able to engage the Vertex, but since naval platforms aren't primarily designed for anti-air, they struggle in destroying the Vertex. And the Vertex are able to destroy a couple factories along with the airfield they initially destroyed. Okay, all 4 Vertex are alive and are redocking. As Fatsquatch organizes a 2-side attack, I also move in my jaguars. Okay. So Green engages the infantry on the left with his assaults. And while this is happening, Fatsquatch moves in his right, his army at the right, with the chameleon activated. I now siege up my jaguars to engage the Zeus more formally, and apply a boost just as the Vertex starts destroying my jaguars. And since Vertex cannot engage jaguars inside a chameleon, I decide to move into the active radius of Fatsquatch's chameleon. And overpowered, Green has nothing but Vertex to defend. And there's a lot of infantry, nothing is gonna save Green now. Okay, my jaguars are firing, grenadiers are shooting, and chameleons are activated. And with basically no ground army, Green's not going to be able to engage any unit inside of the fog, and it's a good game. Okay, so the mistake they did, they actually played pretty good. The only problem is that their rush attack failed. If their rush attack had succeeded and crippled my base heavily, the tides of war could have completely changed.
Victory.
So good game.